EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Arizona Cardinals. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Stidham sets to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Murray's pass. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stidham. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
The 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stidham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stidham going back to the air. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10-10.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And now Edelman. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
By Patrick Peterson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw finding Edelman. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stidham from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
The tackle made.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
3rd and long. It's Stidham. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Rosa's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After 1 on EA Sports.
Patriots 3, Cardinals nothing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
The ball carrier.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Cardinals nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dalton Keene, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Patriots 17, Cardinals nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of
Brandon,
6.
perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Arizona.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete.
Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And his kick is right through.
Score Patriots 17, Cardinals 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's Stidham. That'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
For a Patriot.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Stidham hit, and he lost it. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Stidham. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13-yard gain brings up third.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Stidham to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So that'll back him up 5. Following the penalty, Michel. And he's got some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 77 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Come on, boy. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stidham. And that one will fall incomplete.
Stidham's pass.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Stidham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Stidham on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Sonny Michel, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Stidham. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And here's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins,
Arizona.
89 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Stidham will hand here to Michelle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 26, Sony Michel, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Chandler Jones. A gain of 4. It's
off the play fake. Here's Stidham.
At the 41-yard line.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And Stidham throws another interception, his 3rd. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Drake. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Keeps the score, Cardinals 25, Patriots 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Peters in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stidham. This is White on the screen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Murray now on 1st down. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And out. It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. Back now in Foxborough. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
24.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Edelman set to return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Michel, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Michel. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 33. 7 yards there and a first down.
Patriots.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Michel. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stidham. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
On the carry.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
At their own 9.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole.
Accomplished step 1 of the mission. They force the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Brought down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yard line.
Throwing now is Stidham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Stidham first down in the red zone. On the left side, a catch by White. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman with time running out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. Now Stidham. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Cardinals 25.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Stidham. to Michel on the screen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. From the 27, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws. But he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
They'll run on first down. Drake. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Kevin McCourty on the tackle.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Being chased out left. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. From the gun, Murray forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Murray. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Murray now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here's Andy Lee now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
At their own.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devon Kennard. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a quick throw finding Edelman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here at overtime.
And 14.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Stidham from the shotgun. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He goes underneath the Drake. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun, Murray flush to his right. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you. Tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, wouldn't you? Ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Arizona, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they'll return home next week.